I'm honored to be here.
You honored?
I'm honored to be here.
Ab is crazy. Wait,
I've had a few podcasts, people like, hey, I'm like, I go through and I'll be in the basement.
Yeah. This is the bougie side of town.
I think when Puff come home, I think Puff should put his own baby oil out.
She said major figures. It's major figures. I'm
you
sorry.
See what I go through?
I can't listen.
They were kind of like surrogate brothers for me.
Right.
Because my blood brothers weren't here. Her holding the house down, holding the kids down, allowing me to pursue my dream. I'm always trying to push the envelope as far as how dope it can be, how creative I can be. All the time.
Okay. I was in the gym. It got to the point as I'm going through the songs, I stopped lifting. I'm just sitting there listening. Dude walked up to me though. You done with that? No, man, mind your business. And we need to support our Philly people. I'm gonna tell y'all jokers something right now. Y'all spend that money on everybody else but home. Y'all better get, if you don't have a Clips album, he was the A&R on the album. He kills his verse on it. Listen, we support each other. We spend so much money doing other shit.
So you're on purpose with Stacey J.
Yes.
Right. But I feel like where I am on my own journey right now, not to make this be about me, is that there's so many things that I've been through in my life. And there was a time, especially like I became a mom, like you saw my son, like I became his mom like at a young age. And I was very confused about why I was here on earth. Like that was always really important to me.
Okay.
To the point where I would be in tears because I'm watching everybody around me. My friends was writing books and starting businesses and everything. And this was years ago. This is when he was young. And I struggled with purpose. Like God, why do you have me here on this earth? Mm-hmm. I believe every single thing that I'm doing right now, and I'm sure there's some other things that are going to come my way that I know that this is what I was designed to do and part in my purpose. When you hear the word purpose and you think about your life, do you think you're operating in your purpose, or is there other things that you do where you say, this is why I'm here on this earth?
Well, being a creative is one of the most, one of the biggest blessings I've been able to have, because it's something that I'm passionate about. Like I was a fan of music as a little kid. Mm-hmm. Like my dad had a huge record collection and would play music all the time. I was a fan of songwriting at like 8, 9 years old, of how songs were written and the words and it was like nobody told me, hey, you should listen to this. I just gravitated to it. Mm-hmm. So to grow up and start doing music and being a songwriter, like it was already there way before I even knew it.
Wow.
So I knew if I was able to do this, it's funny because I said this to my wife yesterday. We were talking. I had no plan B. I had no plan B.
It's kind of like
I started.
I know, like
That's crazy.
When I started doing music, I had no plan B. Wow. There was nothing else. It was like I got to figure this out. Wow. I had no plan B. To me, a lot of times, if you have a plan B, then you're kind of setting yourself up for failure.
Can I say something real quick? And I hope you don't forget your thought.
Ahead.
That really kind of hit me in my chest a little bit because I just came out of corporate for 25 years. And these guys, Richard Waugh, Josie, Jim, and Kit, for them, I'm thinking like, well, if it don't work out here, then, because I started a coaching business, a consulting business, and I'm running a nonprofit and this. And I'm like, if it don't work out, then I'm going to have to go back to... They was like, you're not going back. That's not an option. Stop saying that. Stop. So that just hit me in my chest because I'm already thinking plan B before I finish working plan A.
Yeah. See, and not that you were at fault, because most times, we want to make sure that we're good.
Right.
We want to make sure we're good.
Yeah, I need somebody.
Yeah. We want to make sure we're good. The flip side of that is understanding that, putting the work, because a lot of people don't look past the fact that you have to put work and effort into whatever it is. Because if it's meant to happen, you have to put the work. You can't get it until you put the work and the effort in.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't meant to be, I knew that there was a place when I was at in my life where my friends, Gilly and all my other friends, they're like 3 or 4 years younger than I am. So I was like maybe 26. And then my wife, she was my girlfriend then. But I had a couple children, and they didn't have kids yet, and they didn't have responsibilities, but I did. So I had to go to work, and it was like times that they were trying to go to New York to just chase his dream, and I couldn't go because I had to go to work. I had a girl and I had kids.
Right.
And then an incident happened at my job, and me and my friends, I thought we were all getting fired behind the incident. And I was like, oh, well, now I can go to New York. And
Look at God.
They called the next day and they said, they got
You
fired,
ain't
but
getting
you
fired.
didn't.
I can't go to New York.
And I was like, what? And I knew I was at a crossroads, whether I should pursue what I was doing 100% or if I had to go back to work. And I prayed on it, like I told you. I got some rest, and the next day it was like, man, damn that job.
Right.
And I didn't go back. And not that it was easy, because I had to talk to my girl. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna pursue this, and she probably didn't want to hear that at the time, but she gave me grace
Awesome.
and allowed me to
Yes.
follow my dream and whatnot. And eventually, I say within like maybe 6 to 8 months, things start lining up and going in the right direction. But I had to step out on faith that this is what I was trying to do, and I had to do it 100%. I could live with if it didn't work. If it didn't work
exactly.
out, I could live with it because
Right.
I knew I gave 100%
Right.
effort.
Right.
But I couldn't live with
Not taking
giving
a
it-
shot.
Not taking a shot. I
Yeah.
couldn't live with that.
And you had people around you, I'm assuming, as your journey has grown to what it is, that really believed in you.
Yeah.
And they saw the gift.
My friends and my family, now, whether they said, we know you're going to make it, or whether they believed it or not, they were there and they were supportive. My brother, I got to shout my brother Hassan out. Because when I was doing talent shows and whatnot, and first starting, he would come to my talent shows and like open mics, and I did all of that. The whole thing, becoming an artist, I did the whole thing. Talent shows, joints where you got to sell tickets, all that, is how I got started. And eventually, it helped me when I became an artist, because I knew how to be in front of a crowd.
I love
Yeah, it was
I love
it was helpful, but it was all part of the process.
it. Yeah.
And I had to step out on faith.
That's dope.
I love it.
That's dope.
Because I think about like you and all of you, for real, all of these guys. First of all, this platform wasn't supposed to be me and the guys. My son for years before COVID, he just kept saying, "Mom, you need a pocket." And my son, this is how my son talks to me, like he a coach, like this is a football team. Mom, the world is waiting on you. Mom, the world is waiting on you. And I'm like, what world?
Yes.
Ain't nobody waiting on me. But that's what he saw
Yeah,
in his
listen,
mom.
listen.
And now that I'm doing a lot of this stuff, I'm sure he's proud of me. But then, being connected to all of them for different reasons and different ways, like they wouldn't be here if they didn't believe in it.
Yeah.
This one will call me out the blue. You know what I was thinking? For your business, you can have it a commercial. Like they're always thinking on how to help me grow the business. And so I feel so blessed.
Yeah, it's amazing to have people that are in your corner.
Yes. They
Yeah.
see sometimes they see what I don't see.
Yeah.
And they feel what I don't feel. And I thank y'all for that. But they really do push me, because there's times where I'm like, I don't think I'm that smart. Even this one, the Dre, the videographer, like when even getting in front of a camera, I wasn't being on the camera at all.
Okay.
And he was like, just turn the camera on and start talking in front of the camera. And that's really how I got started with, really, that was the seed that was planted for all of this. So I brought all it up to say that I realize how important it is to have the right kind of people around you.
Most definitely.
And you'll start seeing people kind of peel away from you and I'm sure over 20-something years.
Yeah, I can't have. There's a certain energy I can't have around me, that I can't have around me, that I won't have around me.
Yeah.
And if you going in the opposite direction, I'm cool on it. You'll see me in passing.
Yeah.
But if you see people around me, you know that it's totally genuine. These are people I love and I care for. 'Cause that's why they're here. Outside of that, no, I keep it going.
So when the season that you're in right now, how would you describe the season that you're in?
Man, it's a great season. I understand that, I'm about to go to LA for the Grammys next week. My friends and I are nominated for 5 Grammys.
That's what's up.
He said, "My friends and I,
Friends and I.
not my colleagues.
Friends and I.
Right.
My friends and I."
Yes.
You know,
That's
which
Yes.
makes it even more of a pleasure. But I understand the work that we put in. So the accolades that come I'm super grateful. But I understand that they're only there because of the work that had to go in.
Yeah.
So understanding that, not afraid to put the work in, not afraid to put the effort in, everything that's needed to get to the finish line the correct way. That's the way I'm always going to go about it.
Yeah.
So when accolades and anything come my way, it's a blessing. I'm super appreciative for it and thankful for it. And on the flip side of that, without being cocky, just confident, I understand why we're here.
Yeah, because it's funny. My next question to you was about the Grammys, like being nominated for the more than once for a Grammy. What did that mean to you outside of whether it's within the industry or outside of the industry? What did that mean to you that you getting this type of recognition?
It's great because it's validation from the music peers. Because what a lot of people don't understand is the Grammys is not like it's by your music peers. It's not by like sales or the general public.
Right.
Everybody that votes for the Grammys are part of the music community.
Okay.
So it's your peers and your colleagues that vote on if they feel like this year you were the top people that did it. Like, so that's why it means a lot to musicians and songwriters and artists like myself.
Yeah.
So I asked the question, and she kind of touched on it. Coach Stacey kind of touched on it.
Thank you.
And that's the only one
Thank
you get.
you.
That's the only one you get. You ain't getting no more than that. That's it. That's it. Put that on the
Thank you.
calendar at
Wait, who
what's
touched
the
on it
day?
again? Who touched on it again? I'm sorry.
Anyway, I asked the question when we were on break, and it was, if you were not doing this, what would you be doing?
Man, that's such a good question. I would probably be doing something in the creative field.
Okay. Okay.
If music didn't work out, I would have been trying my hand at something else, being creative. It's funny. I was talking to my wife like 2 days ago, and I watched Jill Scott's interview on the R&B Money podcast.
Right.
So if you ever saw it,
Yeah.
you got it. It's amazing. I had no idea all this backstory that she had, but she said something that resonated so much with me. As soon as she said it, I just bust out laughing. She said that I couldn't work a 9 to 5, and I remember that when I was working my job. I remember being on Drexel's campus, doing security. It was like right before I went to NCO, and I remember praying. I was like, God, it got to be a better way. Please, I can't see me working a 9 to 5, and not that there's anything wrong with
I get it.
but just as a creative.
Right, I get it.
As a creative, and me wanting to, do creativity for a living, man, I just prayed on it. And it's funny because I drove, like last year, I drove through the area where I used to be at, and I was at the light, and it just hit me. And it was such a humbling moment
Right.
that I just smiled, because I remember when I used to be right where I was praying for it. And then I think of everything I've been able to do since then. All the people I got a chance to work with, all the amazing places that I've traveled to, because I toured with the Clips for like 13 years, all over the world.
Wow.
And I remember when I was praying for it, and now being on the other side,
Right.
and how amazing that is. Man, God is the best.
When you pray for something and then you see it coming to fruition,
Yes.
and when it's happening, sometimes you not even remember that I prayed
I
for this.
prayed for this.
It's when
I
you take
prayed-
that moment. How did that hit? When you
Man,
take that
listen,
moment, you
listen,
like,
it was such a humbling moment, and I was so thankful in that moment. I pray every day, and I'm thankful every day. I get to do what I love to do for a living,
Yeah.
and been doing it 26 years professionally this year, which is a blessing in itself.
Yeah.
But I prayed for this, and God didn't let me down.
yeah.
Wow.
I always said that, and yes, we need to get our money. I know these guys don't like me talking about not getting paid for stuff, but I always said that if you find something that you would do for free,
Yeah.
that you would just wake up in the morning and get excited about doing it, whether you got paid for it or not, that's when you know you truly tapped into your purpose and
Most
tapped
definitely.
into what you're passionate
Definitely.
about.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I tell my kids that all the time.
Yeah.
Follow your passion, follow your dream.
Yeah.
What you love to do.
Because that
And if
money
you
will
find-
come,
money
right?
gonna come.
Because the money will
The
come.
money gonna come.
Yeah, the money will come.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Speaking of your kids, any of your kids in the industry, I know we talked to them about basketball. Tell us about
My
what
oldest
your lineup is.
my oldest son, my daughters are my oldest.
Okay.
My oldest daughter Talia, she was a basketball star.
Hey,
She
Talia.
played at Friends Central. Then she played at Penn State, and they made it to like Sweet 16 when she played there. She played overseas for like a year and a half professionally, and then she got into like business and finance and stuff like that. My younger daughter, she's a teacher, and she's a creative as well. She wrote like a couple books and stuff like that. My oldest son, he raps. He's like me.
Is he good? He's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. So
He wouldn't have mentioned it. He'd
I
be
know,
like,
he
yeah,
like
he,
that,
He said he
Yeah,
wouldn't
likes
have
to
he
rap.
at the house. He at the house. Yeah.
So he likes to do a lot of
Okay,
things on his.
son.
He like to do a lot of things on his own, and I respect it.
Yes,
So,
you
so
have-
yeah, yeah.
yes.
So
That's dope.
he figuring
That's
his
dope.
way out. My middle son, he models.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he been like the last year and a half. He been really engrossed in modeling. So a whole
Nice.
bunch of things around Philly. Different companies I see him like doing like little stuff with and whatnot. So I'm proud of him. He's on his
dope.
way. And my youngest son is a aircraft mechanic.
Oh, wow.
What? Nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
He got he 5 for 5.
I know.
Damn.
So when I flew,
Your wife over and gave her birth to
Damn,
legends.
he over there. I know. He got a starting lineup.
I went
That's,
to Orlando. My wife and I flew to Orlando last week, and on the way coming, I had texted him when we were leaving out because I knew he worked that night, and I'm like, "We get back later on the night," and he's like, "Okay, I'll be at the hangar when he lands." So when we landed, he came up, to met my flight and whatnot. So it was just dope to
Nice.
see. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
wow.
Congratulations, because I would
thank you.
think that I was going to ask you, what do you think are one of your greatest accomplishments?
Oh man, being a dad, and not granddad, like OG, triple OG.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Family is everything to me.
Family is everything.
Family is everything.
Let me ask you this question. At this point in your life,
Yeah.
what do you value more, success or your legacy?
Man, I think legacy, because I never, you hope for success,
Yeah.
but I never like hung my hat on like this has to happen. No, because everybody, the funny thing is when I got into the music business, you have to be somewhat naive, because if you look at the percentage of people who make it versus people who don't make it, it might deter you from saying I'm gonna step out
Right.
there. With I never looked at it like that. I just looked at it like, man, I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And God has blessed me to be able to do this long. But success, you hope for it, but no, it's not an end all be all. Like, I always wanted to be a part of like dope things, dope albums, dope whatever it was creatively I'm working on, just amazing bodies of work and stuff. So to be able to be a part of a lot of those things has been great.
We should pay it forward.
I mentor a lot of young guys, and to me, I try to seek out talent that I feel like they're passionate, they really have true talent, and they want to learn and get better. So there might be about 7 or 8 young artists that I like mentor.
Okay.
I love that.
I
good
love that
stuff.
too.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, because you had what a lot of people didn't have, especially our young boys, where when you were talking about coming up, having, I think, was it your cousins?
My cousins,
and,
yeah.
or
And
whatever,
my dad.
And your dad.
Yeah, my
and,
dad.
And not everybody, unfortunately, has
Yeah.
that, has to
Yeah.
have the role models in their life. Even then, they're not in the light calling themselves a role model, but that's basically what they were.
Yes.
And having people that's pouring into your life and people that you don't want to let down, you don't want to dishonor, and you don't want to disrespect. And I think that's why we see a lot of what's going
Most definitely.
wild in the streets now, because there's no that accountability isn't there. Where I don't want to disappoint my uncle Bob, or I don't want
Yeah.
to, that's
Yeah.
missing,
Yeah.
or my
Yeah.
dad,
I have,
or
I
my
have
grandpa.
I have a bunch of nephews, and I get calls and texts from all my nephews. Oh, we see this or this going on, or get us in this show, or whatever the case may be. But I love it, and I love to be able to talk to them, because I talk real to my sons and my nephews, like about what's really going on out here and how to move out here, how to be out here and whatnot. So that's a way that I always try to connect with friends, family, and everybody that I can.
Yeah. So my personal question that I have for you, for me, and it could be for the guys too, like I said, with me being in this part of the industry, it is very new. And I think I was kind of thrown into it, but I do think it aligns with my purpose as well.
Okay.
What kind of advice would you give myself and even my team? And they not just my team, they my guys, they my squad. What kind of advice would you give us, like being in this field and trying to make a mark? And we're not just doing this because we want to say we got a podcast. Like, first of all, we are very passionate about it. We carving out the time to do what we do. We want to make sure that it's done right and done well. But we want this to be longevity for us.
Right.
Yes. I feel like you're definitely going in the right direction, because having like real dialogues, that's something that I don't see all the time. I see a lot of stuff that people sensationalize things, and I'm like, But you see that all day long.
Yeah.
But like when you send me the clips and I'm watching them, I'm like, oh man, they on there talking for real.
Oh,
Like, I love that. Like that's
Okay.
stuff that I would be interested in.
Yeah.
So you're
Okay.
already heading in the right direction. And then something that I try to tell people all the time is networking.
Yeah.
Networking is everything.
Yeah.
And people don't realize how important it is because you never know where opportunity could come from. When I've always been a person that just networked. Like
Yeah.
and
Me
not
too.
even
Me
looking at it
too.
like that. Because if I'm somewhere and I see the majority of guys in Philly, I'll be at the gas station, right? And a dude will turn around and see me. And then about 20 seconds later, he turn around and say, hey, nigga, in high school, man, you was everything. I was major figures, nigga, in high school. And I bust out laughing. And I get it all the time. But the second thing I get after that is guys saying, you know, I don't want to seem like a dick riding.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you don't have to lead with that.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
Right.
we men.
Man to man, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
Right.
if I see something dope you're doing, I'm going to say, yo, I seen what you did. That's fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. I'm comfortable in who I am. It takes nothing away from a man to say, hey, I see you. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
rock with that and whatnot.
Our culture is a lot different in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
listen,
A
you
lot
telling me.
different. And I know that you know because you've been all around the world.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah.
A person will lead with that. Hey,
I
man,
get it.
I ain't on.
Yeah, listen, I get it all the
yeah,
time.
and it's like just
You don't have to say that.
You don't have to say that.
It ain't no affront to your manhood to push another dude. When I saw you in Delaware, first thing out my mouth, I was like, bro,
Yeah.
I ain't feel nothing else. That's my man. It's like,
Yeah.
dog, you killed that joint. And then, but see, I think now, especially now with the younger generation, more so than anything, because of that, because of social media and because of the lack of personal interaction,
Exactly.
it diminishes their ability to be able to approach another man
Yeah.
and say whatever
Yeah.
and not feel like, well, I ain't dick riding you, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that we lose with social media.
And to be clear, it's not like that in every city.
No.
No.
That is a culture that is built here
Yeah.
that we have to step away from.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't fall victim to anything like that because when I got into the music business, the first thing that I kind of understood was I had to get outside of Philly for a lot of opportunities because it's not a lot of major corporations that do music in Philly. So I knew I had to kind of like get outside of Philly. So traveling to LA and Atlanta and whatnot, that were music hubs, like, helped me out in New York in our initial journey and whatnot. But had I been with that mindset, I might not have went and talked. I talked to everybody, everywhere I go. Just
Yeah.
about every opportunity I had that came in music came from networking.
Yeah.
Oh man, you do this. Oh, you happen to be there. Like
Right.
how I started writing for Kanye was when I was signed to Dr. Dre. He had a producer that signed there that me and him hit it off. And we worked. I would go to his house and we work on stuff, not knowing that years later, when I'm working at Good Music or working with Pusha T with Good Music, that he would get hired as the president there.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, and he knew about my writing. So one day we were in Paris working, and he was like, "Yo, Kanye needs some help on this song. You know what I mean? You want to come in and hear it?" And that turned into me like start being a writer for Kanye. But had I not hit it off with him years prior,
Exactly.
Right.
and he even knew that
Right.
when it came, later on down the line. So networking is key.
Yeah. And that's how I got you to
Yeah,
be here.
yeah, exactly,
Like, 'cause
exactly.
I don't. A lot of people they'll say, "Oh, you always outside. You always outside." I'm an introvert, but I know I need to in the industry that I'm in. I need to.
Gotta
I
be
need to
outside.
show up. I gotta go. And it's. I'm telling you, I gotta dial it up to do
Yeah.
it. But how is this going to grow? How is the coaching business
Yeah.
going to grow? How is a nonprofit going to grow if I'm sitting in my living room every day?
You gotta
I
be
gotta
outside.
get up. I gotta come out. I gotta support. If other people are having
Yep.
things, I gotta. So I'm glad to hear you say that. Like that networking is really key. So that's why I'm really trying to do it because I was like, I'll just a shot in the dark. Will you come on our show? Would you come on our show? And I'm doing that all the time now. If I
Yeah.
think there's some value when I'm talking to people,
most definitely.
if I think that they can bring somebody, so you would come back and you would be on our show.
Most definitely. Oh yeah. It go without saying.
I didn't say nothing. Why you looking at me?
I thought you had something
I
to
ain't
say.
nothing else. I didn't ask everything I didn't have to ask. Listen.
Well, I do have a couple of more questions. And if
Okay.
y'all got something. So, who helped you really see you? I'm wondering with that, like, see you more clearly, like as a person from a young person growing up in Philly. Erie Avenue up into the person that you are now, and then you've traveled a lot, you've been around a lot. Have you ever felt that you lost a sense of who you was ever, or you've always been grounded, or like has your wife or somebody had to kind of bring you back in sometime or whatever?
No, I can't say I've ever had to be brought back in because I've always been the same
grounded.
person. I'm grounded, but I've always tried to make sure. Like when I first moved to LA, working with Dre, like LA is
Different.
very different, and you can get caught up in LA if you aren't a grounded person.
Okay.
So I used to make sure that if I was we got an apartment in LA, but I would come home like every 2.5 months.
Okay.
Just to come home, be home for a minute,
Right.
Remember who, right.
remember who I am, and what everything is before I would go back out there and whatnot. So
Okay.
I was conscious to make sure I just stayed where I needed to be.
You had this story, and I don't know if you want to tell the whole thing again, but I really was cracking up at this story that you was talking about when he's now Diddy, but Diddy had you guys battling the guys from New York.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had to rewind the story and watch the story again. Can you just tell us a little bit about that? I love that.
Yeah. So when Gilly first got signed to Swab House, they were trying to sign me too. So everywhere they would send Gil, they would send me. Because I would help them like structure songs, and they were trying to like court me to sign to the label. So we went up to New York one day. Tony Draper, who owned the label, had a meeting at Def Jam for something they were trying to do with Gil. So we go up to Def Jam, and we go out to get some food afterwards. We had a restaurant, and Puff comes over. Now it's funny because Tony Draper gave us no warning that like Puff was, and this is Puff. This is Puff when he was like Diddy, like Diddy, like
right.
And he come over to the table and he was like, "Yo, when y'all leave, the restaurant, I'm gonna have a car waiting and y'all go over to the studio." So he like, "Yo, we going over to Puff Studio." So I'm like, "Oh man, that's what's up." So we leave, we get over to the studio, and he had an apartment that was right next to the studio. So we go into the apartment. It's him and his assistant, and it's us, me, Gil, and the manager.
What was the name of the studio of
It
the?
was Daddy's house.
Daddy's house.
Daddy's house. And he had it was an apartment right next to the studio. And I remember walking in because he had this wood floor where you couldn't walk on it with your shoes. You had to take your shoes off to come in. And he was like, "Yo, I heard y'all dope." So Gil and I was like, that's what's up. So they put a beat on, his assistant put a beat on, and Gil rapped and then I rapped. He was like, "Yeah, man, I think y'all fire. I mean, y'all hot, but I want to hear y'all battle somebody." I'm like, "You ain't battle somebody?" Like where it went from "I think you hot" to battle somebody.
So you got to prove yourself, but you weren't thinking hot.
So he started talking about this cat who had been coming up to his studio all week. He was going on and on about how fire dude was, but he never said his name.
Oh shit.
So he going on, and then when he finally said his name, Gil had battled him like a few months ago and destroyed him.
Oh
right?
wow.
So when he said dude's name, we're like, "What?" Like Gil battled him a few months ago and killed him. He's like, "What?" and then it was a guy named My Son. He does like activist work now.
Oh yeah. I know. He just got a point about a mayor in New York to do some work. Yeah.
So I had got into a battle the day before this.
Okay.
My Son at his camp in Def Jam.
Oh shit.
And got did my thing.
Right.
So I said to him, I was like, "Yo, I battled My Son yesterday." I mean, him is okay. He talking My Son. I'm like, "Yeah, nigga, My Son." He like, "I got his number." I'm like, "Call him." Right. So he calls.
That's funny.
Get on the phone. "Yo, I got these cats from Philly up here talking about, I mean, they did this. I said, "Man, give me the phone." "Yeah, act like you don't remember what happened yesterday." He talking about "Son."
Straight Philly.
Son. He talking about "Son." We were just playing "Son." I said, "Well, listen, I'm here." Bam, give him the phone back. Now Puff talking shit. "Oh, Philly versus New York. I got 20,000 on New York, this, that, and the other." And then Tony Draper was with us like, "I got you covered."
Wow.
So now it's just us three up there. And then My Son and all his guys come up. And there's about 20 of them. And they come in the studio and whatnot. And they all hype and jumping around and whatnot. And then we went from the apartment to the actual studio. So they had Gil battle My Son. And then they had a tall dude, his name Captain, that was going to battle me and whatnot. So Gil and My Son going, we all go in the booth and whatnot. And Gil and My Son going back and forth. And they tried to say My Son got one on Gil. And we're like, "What?" Gil got one, and then it wound up being a tie. And I said something, Pup said something, and I said, what you talking about? He told me, "Man, I ain't judging, I ain't judge." So anyway, the captain and I, we go back and forth, and then in the middle of his rap, he forgot his verse. And when I jumped in, Pup told me, "Ho, ho, ho, ho."
you
And this is back when they used to
murder
they
this
used to
dude.
record on ADAT tapes.
On
back
DAX,
then.
yeah.
So he ejected the ADAT tapes, talking about this to mess up some careers and broke it up. I'm like, nigga, we won. Like, so he pulled Gil and I to the side and was like, yo, man, I want y'all to come up here and take a meeting with us and whatnot. And Tony Draper was just kind of like, I don't know if y'all want to do that as far as when it comes to the paperwork and publishing and all that. So we never went up there and had that meeting and whatnot. But it was definitely I wish they had cameras back then, like cell phones to capture that and whatnot.
I was visualizing the whole thing.
Yeah.
I went back. I had to rewind. That story was very interesting.
You need to make a AI little short cartoon movie about that, John. Seriously, dog.
Yeah, you got to write a book. You definitely do.
And thank God you ain't signed with that joke.
Oh man, listen.
You got like 12 cents.
$12. I was giving $12.
I said 12 cents. No,
Yeah, that's a meeting I wasn't mad I didn't take.
Yeah. So what about what's your thoughts on Drake versus Kendrick?
Man, I was having this conversation with a friend a couple of days ago because I think Drake's supposed to be putting out music soon, or he's been alluding to it. I thought it was very interesting, and for me, like I'm a lyricist. I'm a lyricist first. I didn't feel like it was one-sided. I felt like I enjoyed both. Now, I ultimately felt like Kendrick prevailed, but I didn't think it was like a slaughter.
Right.
Like I felt like when Drake was firing his joints back, like you dig what I'm saying? Like it was competitive.
it wasn't a bloodbath.
Yeah,
where
it
you
wasn't,
just
it
like,
wasn't a
yeah.
bloodbath. I felt I felt it like it was competitive. The one thing that I did kind of see that kind of caught me off guard afterwards was the fact that Drake didn't get right back to music how he had been doing it before this. It's been almost 2 years. It's been almost 2 years now.
Yep.
So hearing that he was going to drop new music, I just want to see, you know what I'm saying, like how it's received with it being so long.
So long
Because if he
with
get
you.
back to like what he did prior to this, it probably everything probably lined back up like
Right.
it is. But I'm just interested to see where where it goes.
Sorry. Do you think like the battle rap is more like systematically meaning, okay, for instance, Kendrick beat was a little bit hotter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The intros, the little snippets and everything that was put into it that makes a song. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It, to me, battle rap used to be just straight battle, but that's not the case anymore.
You
There's
said
a lot of
into it.
production
Yeah.
that's put into it.
Yeah.
Do you think that Kendrick won based off better production? That's my question.
No, I'm not going. No, I don't, because I felt like when I was in the Drake joints, I felt like the beats that he chose, like I felt like they both were playing. It was chess to me.
Okay.
Like it was like high level chess that I was watching. I just felt like one beat the other one, but I didn't feel like it was just like a landslide. Like I felt like some of the joints that I heard Drake on, the production I thought was good. I felt like his approach was good. It was like I'm watching two guys like really go at it.
He definitely took off too long though.
Yeah.
Since we on artists, top 3 Philly artists, I already know one.
Top. You mean of all time, or you mean like right now?
Let's go all time.
All time, man. Well, ES is definitely one for me.
I said I already know ES was on the list.
That's what I grew up listening to. I'm gonna say
It doesn't have to
Black
be in
Thought.
a particular order.
I'm gonna say Black Thought.
Okay.
Because I feel like Black Thought is the culture. Like he is like to
Yes.
me he is hip hop.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll go with that.
He is hip hop. And I don't want to seem biased, so that's why I haven't said me or my friends or the group.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
fair.
anybody. Yeah, I'm gonna step outside of that, and I would say like Beanie Siegel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I heard Beanie Siegel pre everything.
Yeah.
Like when Gil and I first went to South Philly and nobody really knew outside of his neighborhood who he was or knew who we were outside our neighborhood. And hearing him and knowing that he was that that guy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With the pen and whatnot. You know what I mean? So, yeah, those guys to me are like the elite.
We still on the top 3 right now.
Man, I can never count Meek out.
You can't.
Because I
Consistently.
don't care where the intro come on. I don't care where I'm at, what city I'm in. Anywhere I'm at, that come on and it's gonna go up. And people aren't from Philly and they singing every word. Like the girls.
Hold up, wait a minute. You,
Girls closing their eyes. Singing. It's wild to me. That's wild.
that's gonna be the anthem forever.
Yeah, it's forever.
Forever.
So I would say Meek, Core. I'm a huge fan of Core.
Okay. I'm familiar.
Yeah. His flow is crazy. Man, what's the young guy from Kensington?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I can't think of his name.
Short brown skin guy.
Yeah,
Low haircut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, him.
Yes.
I've seen a few things. Like I'm a fan of characters.
Yes.
And to me, he just seemed like
And his energy is everything.
Yes.
And his
Whether that's him or not, I don't know.
right. Because I was gonna say he has he's super cocky.
Yes,
I'm at to check him out.
But me just seeing it is something that I feel like is entertaining.
Yeah, cocky in a good way though, like not in a bad way.
That I feel like it's entertaining.
That ain't a bad list. I agree with that.
I would like to give a special shout out to one of our first sponsors, Never Alone Home Care, located on 906 West Gaffrey Avenue in Philadelphia, PA, zip code 19141.
So you in your car, get in your car, you driving and you vibing.
Yep.
Who's coming up on the playlist? And it only have to be rap. It's whatever.
I'm about
You
to
in
say,
your car.
because it's a lot of R&B. It's a lot.
Yeah, because let's hear it.
Yeah, it's a lot of R&B. I'm a huge Summer Walker fan.
Okay.
I think Summer Walker is dope because I feel like she speaks from the heart, even if it, however it comes across. I feel like she's, so I love artists like that.
Okay.
Summer Walker. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go on my phone right now.
Go on your phone. Go on your phone.
I'm gonna go on my phone.
Gonna put your playlist up.
Yeah.
Send it over to me.
Who's on your list?
So I'm all over the place.
Give 3 from your playlist.
So 3 from my playlist. You know, Teeks is on there.
Teeks
That's
is on
my
it.
man.
Did I turn you on to Teeks?
No, I turned you on to
No, you
him.
didn't.
I told you about
No, somebody from North Jersey.
I
turned me on
already.
to
Well, when you told me, I had already knew
Teeks.
about him. He was already on my joint.
That's right, because when I brought it up, 'cause you
I
the
was
one who
like,
told me
what?
that you wrote him a letter.
I
or
was like,
something.
I've been emailing this
But
dude
you
like,
sent me
bro,
an email
when are you
trying to
coming
get
to the
him?
States? He won't tour to the States, dog. He stays in like Australia and Europe.
Oh, really?
You ever heard this kid?
No.
His
Put him
name
on your
is
playlist.
Teeks.
Check out
T-E-K-S,
Teeks.
dog.
T-E-K-S.
He's from the Maori tribe, and he only tours in
my
Australia
God.
and Europe. But this dude is like bad. So
Right,
Teeks
we
is
probably
on
really
my
not coming here
joint.
now.
Teeks is on my joint.
No,
He's a chill little
smooth.
white boy.
Yeah,
Well, he look
smooth.
white, but he's Maori. He's actually
Teeks,
black.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Play him. If
my
only
man is,
first time. Oh my God.
I'm old school. I love the Whispers, man. The
Yeah.
Whispers is in my drink. I listen to a lot of older stuff, man.
Yeah.
And in my chill playlist is that. Oh, you want my rap one too?
Whoever, and when you get in a car and you got it and you roll.
It varies. Like
Yeah.
I'll jump in a joint and put a lot of
Yeah.
different stuff on, but
Yeah.
a lot of Teddy in my car.
Yeah.
A lot of Teddy in my car.
Because everybody can sing Teddy even if you can't sing.
Listen,
feel
you
like,
be at the
you
light,
feel like
you be at the
you're
you be
right.
at the traffic light, you be at that light, you gonna go in.
Turn up.
Listen, listen. That Teddy, that Teddy get that drink. You be like, yo, listen. So, a lot of old school stuff.
Okay.
Of course, like I said, their mixtape from '99.
We already
is
know.
still in the rotation.
We already know.
Because that joint, that joint that you open, and then the other joint, man, it's just that joint hype, and they both like 7 minutes long.
On the wall here one day in the studio. This is we were talking music, and
Bro,
he was so hyped.
I was
about
standing
y'all.
in the middle of this floor
He was
right
like,
here.
You mean to tell me?
I said, if you have not listened to the Clips new album, I said,
He
you're
did.
crazy.
He was.
I said, that
He
joint
was.
is from song track number 1 to the end. You will not skip nothing.
He was.
And then as I'm going, and I was driving, I forget where I was driving to when I first put it on. And then Inglorious Bastards came on. And I'm in the car, nigga. Listen, I'm telling you, man. So I've been telling her she's supposed to listen because
I did.
first song, you listen to the first song, you did The Birds Don't Sing.
Yes.
She listened to that, and I told her she was going to cry.
Oh yeah.
When she
You
heard
did-
that
you
joint.
did- you
By
did
the
say
parents.
I
that.
said, yeah. I said, you gonna cry when you
I
hear this
listened to it a
joint.
few times. I went back and listened to it a few
Yeah,
times.
that joint when like I said, I sat on the edge of the bench in the gym and that joint came on. I started thinking about my dad. And I'm in that joint like I can't be in here crying in the gym. I said, let me wait till track number 2 come on. But yeah, I listen to it. Like my joint varies by day to day. I
Okay.
wake up and be on a
All right,
vibe.
I feel you.
Jim, give us yours real quick, and then we
It
get
depends on where I'm going.
okay.
If I'm going somewhere and I need to,
Hype
Gospel.
up.
I might have. I might be listening. Y'all can't fuck with the figures. I might be listening to Rams.
Right.
I'll dip back and forth.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm really stuck in the '80s this month. It's kind of funny because it's like I get stuck in this trance for like a freaking month.
Right.
So I'm listening.
playing the
I'm
same,
listening
right.
to all alternative type '80s.
The Hall and Oates shit.
Yeah, I love it, bro. I love it.
Listen, them dudes.
I love it, bro.
Them dudes.
I love it.
Okay.
Listen,
And it depends
out-
on if
check
I'm on my
out
way to the
Yacht
gym
Rock.
or somewhere where
Yacht
I
Rock.
need a little bit more energy. Yeah, I'm definitely listening to something different. I definitely
Hype you up.
because a lot of
Yeah.
people don't look at me or may think that they be like, hey, I love trap music.
Yeah.
But then I also like my R&B and also like my alternative rock and just
Yeah.
it's whatever.
What's
you
the
know.
name?
It's a genre. It's called Yacht Rock. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
that's all the Blue Eye Soul Jones.
yes.
Yo, that's the Jones.
All the joints you heard growing up that
Yeah.
played in the elevator if you was in a doctor's office.
Yeah.
Right.
That's Bobby Caldwell stuff.
Exactly.
That's that.
Exactly. Yacht
Something
Rock.
wrong with me.
Michael McDonald.
Yeah. That's the Michael McDonald joints. Yeah.
Oh,
All
and
right,
I
come
got
on,
a-
give it to us, Ab.
And I got
What's your playlist?
it's a newer artist. Her name is Olivia Dean.
Oh, somebody just I just listened to something by
Olivia
her.
Dean.
She's fire.
I did.
She's fire.
I did. I just listened to something. I can't remember what it was. Yeah.
She's fire. And then
Okay.
I got Mary J. Blige's My Life album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that album. Yeah.
That's what you rocking in the car.
That's what I'm rocking
Rocking
in the car.
car.
I'm
Okay.
rocking in the car.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
somebody pull up next to me, yeah, that's what you're gonna hear. You hear
Are you singing along?
sometimes. It depends on what song it is. But to me, like that was such a well put together
It
album.
was.
Yeah,
Well, start to
That,
finish.
Lauryn Hill,
Absolutely.
Yeah, start to
Miseducation.
finish.
Like,
Oh,
Oh,
that's
the
my
Miseducation,
favorite.
Lauryn Hill.
Oh, that's my favorite. The whole from every
Yes.
single
Yeah.
song.
yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all know who else album is like that, and we don't talk about him a lot. Jaheim's
His
first
first album was crazy.
Yeah.
Was crazy.
I haven't heard a full body of work of his since the early stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first
he
album.
had a lot of joints.
He had a
on it.
lot of hits on
Yeah.
there.
And I think he's probably one of the most mismanaged artists ever. I envision Jaheim doing like a whole Teddy Pendergrass
Yeah,
joint.
that's what I
like,
thought was
would have
gonna
loved to
happen.
have seen
That's-
him
yes.
do
I wanna
his
see him do
joints,
his story
and he would
and
have
everything, 'cause he
killed
would
that
kill-
joint,
he
like a
killed
whole
it.
Teddy
Yeah.
Pendergrass tribute album.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
Definitely could.
Yeah, he had a
definitely
voice
could have
that,
done that.
he has a voice that can definitely
Absolutely.
Yep.
like felt.
Josie, you
that-
might as well go ahead and manage him.
Man, listen,
go
brother,
find him.
I'm
Find
telling
him.
you,
He
we
said
gonna
go find him.
and we gonna get in that booth and we gonna do all of Teddy's joints, man, and
Go
he'll
find
kill
him.
it.
It killed it.
Yeah.
So I've been
put that
getting
woman
these
first and
red
went
flags
crazy.
all over the place and messages from my son. I'm going to have to say it. He keeps saying Pusha versus Drake. Asking about Pusha versus Drake. I got like 4 messages with explanation points. All right, son, I got you.
Yeah,
Man,
You know
I
what?
said he gonna ride with his friends.
It's gonna be the team.
Well,
What you mean?
without seeming to be too biased about it, because
Mm-hmm.
like, we from the hip hop culture, so battling like since back in the day, like LL versus Kumo D or
Yeah, they was-
or
they
him
was-
and Ice
yeah.
T, or you know what I'm saying, like, and then you had NWA and Ice Cube go back and forth. Like, to me, I've always been a fan of when guys that
Good
really do it-
competition.
yeah,
Good
really do it,
competition.
Nas and
Yeah.
Hove
Yes.
and whatnot. So I felt like Drake and Pusha T was a moment in hip hop because
Definitely was.
because to me it was the first time that you had seen someone that had so much commercial success step in an arena where as though we gonna battle wits or whatnot.
Yeah.
I felt like the majority of people felt like Pusha won, and then Drake. I don't think a response didn't come. Like, I think they were waiting for a response. They had one, but it didn't come out, or whatever the case may be. So because of that, like, I guess, it goes to Pusha because, response came. But it was a good moment in hip hop. Like, everybody was engaged in like trying to see what was going on. and you know, and then when you had Drake versus Kendrick, it was a lot more music that came out and whatnot.
Right.
So, yeah, these moments in hip hop to me have to happen.
Yeah.
And you dig what I'm saying? And when they do happen, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Like I want to sit and I want to see what's going on. I want to see who gonna bring it and whatnot. So I enjoy those moments when
And
they
listen,
happen.
if we on rap battles,
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, what's the best rap battle of all times?
Man,
That's a good question.
I feel like personally to me it was NWA and Ice Cube.
Okay.
Because Ice Cube hadn't when NWA dissed Ice Cube, he hadn't come out. Well, he had came out as a solo for his first album, but he didn't address them at all.
And then he dropped No Vaseline.
And then he dropped No Vaseline, which is like
that just
yeah.
hot damn. I'm mad you set it off. Look that there. Listen, that was some stuff.
For me, Kiss and Beans.
Kiss and Beans was
Beans response. Kiss was first,
yeah.
and then Beans response.
To me, that was like it was
For me.
It was short lived though. It wasn't I don't think it was a back and forth. Like we think like
we didn't get a lot. We didn't get a lot of music from it, but we had two dudes that were in their prime going at it.
Song wise,
Right.
Not because it didn't have the longevity where it was another song in the back. But I don't think after Beans went that last, I don't think you would want to go again. You know what I mean? That was it.
Like we're gonna wrap this up right here. We're gonna stop. That's it. Yeah.
That was a good one though too.
Yeah. Over Nas was Ether. Ether was we was like this. Sheesh.
No man, I'm gonna tell you what's so funny. You know, my wife, she knows nothing about hip hop music other than like, you know, old songs that she made like from back in the day.
Like somebody else.
So when Takeover came out,
So what?
and Jay-Z came out with Takeover, my wife said, "Does Nas have to respond? Can he act like he didn't hear it?"
No.
I said, "No, he can't act like he didn't.
He can't do that.
He can't act like he didn't hear it."
That would be.
That sounds like something I would probably
And then
that would be her. She'd be like, what is that? Who,
I don't want to see them fight.
Yeah. But when Ether came out, she was like, "Oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah, I get it."
yeah."
We hate to see you go. Like I don't want this to.
Oh man, this was a good time. This was a good one.
It really, really was. But what I do want to know: do you read or listen? Are you a podcaster that reads, that listens, or do you have books that you like to read?
I like to listen.
You like to listen.
Mm-hmm.
What are you listening to right now? Or what's the last thing that you listened to that stood out to you besides us?
Yeah, exactly. No, you guys are the last thing.
That's what's
You
up.
guys, yeah.
That's
No, you
what's
guys
up.
are the last thing. Yeah. I was up last night.
Oh, awesome.
I was running around all day, and when I got in last night, I went through the clips, and then I went through on the page and was like looking and listening and whatnot and cracking up. Like, oh man, it's really engaging.
Oh,
yeah. So
thank
I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah, when I shot you a text, I said I'm
You
excited.
did. You did.
Mhm.
You did say
Yeah.
that. I told my
Yeah.
son I was all excited. I was like, he excited for the dialogue.
Yeah. Because so many times I'll see things that aren't good dialogue.
Yeah.
It's just like, like I said, them just going off of just clickbait. And,
Yeah.
it's just stuff that isn't entertaining.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So to hear people actually like having dialogue, like real dialogue,
Yeah.
like I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What's your escape? Let me can I stick
Okay.
that in there? What's your
Yeah.
escape? Where
Uh-huh.
you just want to
I was
just
Man, listen, going to DC,
that's my second home.
right?
It really is.
It's a jazz club that my wife and I go to in DC. And we'll go down there, we'll have dinner, and we'll go to the jazz club and then just chill out for the weekend.
That's my second home.
Yeah.
DC is it's a hidden gem because I tell people if you can't fly, jump in a
Yeah.
car and just
Jump in the
drive.
car, man, you
Especially in the
didn't
spring when the cherry blossoms is out,
Mm-hmm.
and you can escape, go get a room down on the wharf,
Yep.
and you can just chill.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
I'm to check it out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Get unplugged.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yep. Decompress.
Yep.
I'm about to check it out. Might find my husband down here in DC.
Not knowing about hip hop though.
Well, I gotta know about hip hop.
You got to learn about.
Oh, so listen, we had a good conversation before you go. We had a good conversation about men and women and communication, right? So what have you learned is the best way to communicate with your wife? So what these guys were saying is that sometimes us women, but since we got you here,
Okay.
we want your opinion, that we women, we talk too
gotta
much.
go home.
We use too many words when we are communicating, and that you guys need less words, less details, just give you the real raw, quick facts.
Where that's going to happen at?
Nowhere.
You heard what I said? I said, remember, you got to go home.
Yeah. I don't even think a place like that exists.
Yeah, that's
It's something that we can pray on, but
telling a woman to just say what you mean.
Say what you mean
Is that drink gonna go roundabout in 18 circles, and then by the time you get to the second circle, you done already tuned out, and you just waiting for the key
So
words.
that's the question. Are y'all really tuning out? Like, why?
Oh man, I tune on.
Listen, that's real rap. Listen,
That's not cool.
I got to hit you with the Mr. Get
We-
He said, a womp, a womp, womp.
yeah,
a womp,
listen,
womp, womp.
we want brass tacks.
I
Just
hate
tell us.
y'all.
Yeah, tell us what we don't need the bouncing ball going all the way around the world. We just need say what you trying to say.
We need to give descriptions. We really need to kind of like get it out. We just want to be seen. We want to be heard.
But after a while, you just start to, just say, listen, a woman can ask a man or tell a man, babe, what'd you do today? Did you think you went to work? She'd be like, well, I went down the street and then I saw Cheryl, and Cheryl was on the corner. Me and Cheryl started talking for about 15 minutes. And as I got back into the car, I realized that the window wasn't coming up, and I couldn't figure out why the window wasn't coming up. And I said, I left the window lock on. How stupid of me. But anyway, as I started, then you was like sitting there like, I ain't need to ask you all this shit. Just
listen,
tell me.
I be sitting there sometimes, I'm just letting it go.
That's not fair.
No.
We listen
I'm
to
letting you
y'all.
go.
Because our stuff be like this.
Yes, I let it go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Be like, babe,
I'm
what do you
outnumbered. I need
Y'all like
some other women
perfect
here.
example.
Write a letter.
Ask a woman.
Write a letter.
Ask a
And I'm gonna
woman
read
what
it.
she wants to eat. Ask a woman what she wants to eat. Babe, were you hungry? Where you want to go eat? I don't know. I think I don't know. I was in the mood for Chinese. You ask her brother, say what you want to eat. We can get a steak. Boom. Y'all got to think about 18 different restaurants. Y'all be like, I don't know, I might want a little Chinese, but I think I had Chinese for lunch the other day. I haven't had Italian in a while, but the last time I had Italian, it made my stomach hurt. And then, what do you want to eat? By the time you figure out what you want to eat, a half hour has gone past.
I don't have that problem. Me and my wife, we be on the same page.
See, you lucky. God gave you her.
What you thinking?
God made her out of your rib.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
He made
come
you.
on, let's go.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes they just want to fight.
Yeah.
I think they want to be difficult all the time. Because you can say something, you'll be like, babe, I think I got the taste for such and such. I don't have a taste for that. All right, babe, what about such and such? No, I don't want that either.
I think you should just be practice learning your woman and understanding her communication style and lean into that.
Yeah.
That sound good.
Now, in theory, it's amazing. So here's the thing: I let my wife talk, and I seem like I'm engaged.
Yeah, the head nod and the and you throw occasional
But it's only about 5 words that I listen to. That's all I need.
That's what they said. 5 words.
Yeah.
Hold up, how your cheeks?
Yo, listen, you gotta get a You gotta throw a in there and be like,
But I know the right 5 words.
You know the right 5 words to tune into.
Yes, exactly.
All right, I'll give you that. I give you that. We are so excited that you were here. This was some good stuff.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did, man. This was a great dialogue. It was answers that I didn't get, and I didn't get other places. Questions I didn't get other places or whatnot. So amazing.
That was my goal when I watched the other interview. I'm like, okay, people know about the music, and I want to know about the man and the journey, and the music as well. But of course, we want to say congratulations to you, Ed.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Really
Greatly
for the way
appreciate
that you
it.
represent
Great interview.
your family, the way you represent our city, and the things that you're doing. Like, we're just really proud of you.
No, thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. Like anywhere I go, I'm always repping us.
You do.
Us. I'm repping us.
And
wherever
well.
I go.
And well.
Try to keep it going.
And well, so you'll come back.
What?
We'll have you back as a guest co-host. You don't even have to be in the hot seat the whole
Listen,
time.
I'm down.
You down with it?
I'm down.
All
Just
right.
let me know.
Okay. All right, guys. Anything else?
no, I mean, just we appreciate being able to give you your flowers now, bro.
Oh, man, thank you.
I've always been a fan, and in Philly, if you young bucks don't know who this man is,
They know.
because it was somebody that they showed somebody a picture of a comedian or somebody. It might have been Martin or somebody, and the kid didn't know who the hell it was. That blows my mind.
Just not being raised right.
If y'all young dudes is out here and y'all consider yourselves lyricists, rappers, and y'all don't know who this man is, you need to go back to school. He is the master wordsmith of Philadelphia. That's facts. Like, so you know who he is, and know your history and know your culture. If you're from Philly and you think you're out here doing your thing and you don't know who this man is, you're not, and you weren't educated properly.
Oh yeah, and guess what? He gonna go to the Grammys.
Go to the Grammys.
He coming back with a Grammy.
Yeah, we gonna
Well, it's gonna be a great time.
We gonna pray on that.
Yes.
We gonna pray on that.
I'm looking forward to it. The whole weekend, I'm looking forward to all the experiences.
That's dope.
And you gonna come back and talk to us about it.
Exactly.
I know that's right.
Good
Okay.
stuff.
All
Good
right.
stuff.
All right, we out. First, I just want to say thank you to Chronic Dopeness for another amazing production, for all that you guys do.
Yeah.
Thank you to Dre. Like, y'all all really held it down for us. Like y'all do every episode, everything that we do. You guys are great. So thank you so much. To my co-host, I can't do this without you. I could, but it wouldn't be as much fun, and I wouldn't be a little tortured in the process. So
can I speak to one other thing?
Yes.
Y'all have great voices. What y'all doing? Y'all have great voices. Like, I have a deep, distinctive voice, so I hear all the time, "Hey, child, you need to be on radio." Something. I get that, but y'all have great voices.
Thank you.
That's super helpful in this field.
Yeah, we're gonna take over. We're gonna take over a morning show. That's what we need.
Yeah.
I've been praying on that. We're gonna take over a morning show. I said that
all
from
the
the
time.
jump.
He does.
Yeah, we're gonna take over a morning show. We're gonna be syndicated one day. Watch that
You
shit.
put it out there.
Listen.
Spoke to it.
Listen.
If you see it, you could be.
There you go.
Yes.
Facts.
All right. Thank y'all for believing in us, and thank you for being here.
See ya.
All right, guys.
Peace.
Till the next time.
All right. A time was had up in this joint right now, dog.
Most definitely.